Hey everybody, Jennifer McCulloch with Century 21 High Desert, and I'm just here with my monthly book recommendation. But first of all, before I share that, I kind of wanted to give a little backstory of why I'm even sharing these book recommendations and ideas for you, and kind of my thought process behind that. So I think it's so easy to see people in life that we think, oh man, they're doing so great, or they're always talking about how happy they are. They seem so successful, and we kind of put them on a playing field that maybe we don't feel like we compare ourselves to them, right? And we think, oh, I can't do that, and they're so great, or whatever it may be, whatever the story is that you tell yourselves, we tend to compare ourselves to people a lot. And it's something I've really had to overcome in my life. And my goal is to kind of help other people overcome that and realize, like, we're no different. You're no different from me, and I'm no different from you. And it's just the things that we implement and we put into place to help us achieve our goals and to change our lives for the better. I mean, if you're kind of sitting back and going, I want to be happier, I want to feel more successful in life, you can achieve that. It's just small changes that grow into bigger and bigger things. So, and when I talk about success, I'm not just, I'm not talking about just money. I mean, it means so many different things to so many different people. I was having a conversation with a extended family member several months ago, and they were talking about how they thought, well, we haven't really created a lot in our life as far as, money, and we don't have a ton of nice things. And but I was like, you have like 4 children who have all put themselves through college. They had no help. None of them had any help from their parents financially in regards to that. Every single one of them put themselves through college. They all have incredible degrees and families of their own, and they're functioning well in life. They are leading good, happy, healthy lives. And I'm like, that is success. Like that, you've done something right in your life, right? Like that is a success story, in my opinion. So I want to share that just because, success is different things to different people. And when I decided to really change my life and I wanted to move forward and just accomplish a lot of things, it started with just baby steps, and reading was the biggest thing. And a lot of these books I've already shared and I'm going to share today are really, really basic, simple tools. And in the future, I'm going to share, kind of get into some deeper books and stuff. But the thing I love about these books that I'm sharing is you can take just like small tidbits from them, and if you incorporate just one little thing into your life, I mean, that's where it begins. It's like planting that seed and then watering it, a little every day and giving it some fertilizer and whatever, and eventually, it's going to grow and become something really beautiful. So I just want you to know that it's in you. And I love my real estate coach said this to me once. He's like, it's not that doing these things and implementing new things is hard. It's just so easy not to do it. And it's true. We have our habits and our lifestyle, and nobody likes change. Nobody wants to change. But unfortunately, to grow and evolve, it does require change. I was just telling my assistant the other day, I mean, it's the one constant in life, right? Like we need to learn to embrace it because it's never going away. And I'd rather be somewhat in control of some of the changes that go on in my life, because there's always going to be changes that happen around us that, that affect us that we have no control over. But I like to be in control as much as I can with certain changes. So anyway, I'm going to see if I can. So these books that I read, I always read them through like Kindle or audiobook or something like that. So I don't have the exact one, to show you, but I'm going to just. So this is Miracle Mornings. That's kind of what it looks like. You can see that. There we go. And it's by Hal Elrod, which I had talked about one of his other books, Taking Life Head On, which was amazing. So he also wrote this Miracle Mornings. And what's cool is, I'm going to show you here. They have like different ones, like Miracle Mornings for entrepreneurs, Miracle Mornings for real estate agents, Miracle Mornings for parents and families. There's like a whole, kind of put that out there, a whole slew. So you just see what they look like. So if you're like going to Google it or pull it up on Amazon or whatever, you can see what I'm talking about. But there's a whole series of different ones. So I just read the, I don't know if you call it the basic, but it wasn't like for real estate agents. It was just the Miracle Morning, not so obvious secret to transform your life. And what was cool about that is it really gave me, I started just implementing the little things like taking a little bit of time every morning for myself to just sit in silence and write things of gratitude. I mean, these were just really basic principles. It's such a great book and so easy to implement one small thing from it. So I cannot even tell you. I mean, when I first started doing this, like I was not a morning person at all. And I knew I needed to do something different. So I, started getting up at like 6 a.m. every morning and kind of had my routine. But with this, I just started doing like 10 minutes. It was 10 minutes every morning of my form of meditation. I mean, this gave some ideas and some guidance on what to do and how to do it, but it's not just all about meditation. So I don't want you to think that. But I bring that up because a lot of people think, oh, meditation, it's so hard and I don't know how to do it, and I just think too much. And it's like, yeah, everybody does. It's not easy, but it's like if you just do a little bit every day, you'll be amazed at how different you will actually feel. So I would just do 10 minutes every single morning, and I would do a variation of like visualization of things. I mean, I was kind of self-taught. I would implement stuff from the book, but I also just kind of took tidbits from other areas of my life of, things people had taught me or I'd heard or read about. But I would just take 10 minutes every single morning and I would kind of sit in silence and think about things I was grateful for. I would envision kind of like letting go of control, which is really hard. I would have these visualizations of, so one I'll share with you is I pictured like being in a lake or a river or a body of water that kind of had like mountains and rocks and things, like things obscuring your pathway. And I would just be like laying on like a floaty tube and just picture myself floating and allowing life to kind of happen around me. Like if I hit a rock, I would just kind of float around it and keep going. And it seems so silly. It sounds silly just saying it, but it was amazing how that somehow, it impacts your brain and your psyche. And I started to let go of things I couldn't control in my life. I started to feel a sense of calm and peace. Anyway, it's kind of hard to explain, but this was kind of my beginning, and this is one of the beginning books as well. So just to kind of recap, I had talked about Taking Life Head On by Hal Elrod. And then The Energy Bus by John Gordon, which just absolutely love that book. You can also get it for children. Everyone should get it for their kids. It's amazing. And then now this one, The Miracle Morning. And it's so great. It's so impactful. So my challenge is for you to hopefully get a copy of that book and read it and see what you can implement in your life. And I hope that whoever needs to hear this or see it, that it will help you in your journey along the way, because we're all in this together. So, and then lastly, I usually do market updates every month, and I do have that coming. It'll probably be next week, so I'm a little behind schedule on that, but we'll get it to you. Have a beautiful day. Love you all. Thanks for watching.